All right, reaction time. So I found this channel and I was going to review a video, well I still am going to review a video of this channel, but I discovered something else while I was researching. And if you look here at the top of the page, I've got a number of windows open there, 7 to be precise. This is the original channel, so 2019, and you look at the thumbnails. So these are all full-length videos. Then you've got this channel. Now it was made in 2020, but I don't think they're by the same person who created that first channel. This one's definitely not, because you got a Western girl there, and yeah, it's an Asian channel made in the same year. The channel was started in that same year, and you look at the thumbnails and they're the same as the previous one, and so that, yeah, and we'll go to the next one. Now I've seen this thumbnail before. This is the channel that thumbnail came from. So this was a short on this channel, and they've just taken a screenshot from that short to use in their own fake channel. So they're actually stealing from two different content creators on the one channel. They're stealing one person's identity, like taking her image from one of her videos, and then they're using another person's videos. So yeah, fortunately these channels don't have a lot of subscribers and views, but yeah, just like, even if the first channel that I'm going to be reviewing this video on, even if the video is fake, so even if she's gone out there and faked all the bushcraft stuff and, you know, used concrete or whatever it is, she's still done the work. Like, she's still gone out there, whether it's her or a team of people, and they've filmed it and they've edited it, they've done all the work to do that, and someone's just come along and stole that work. And the thumbnails, yeah, they're all the same. You look at the previous channel, the one before that, yeah, here's another channel, you look at the thumbnails, and another channel, and another channel. So there's 6 channels here that I don't think they actually belong to the original owner. I think there's 6 channels here that have just ripped it off. We'll go back to the first channel and we'll have a look at her most popular video here, and we'll see what it's like. Alright, so the title of the video is Detecting Wild Boar, Crafting Primitive Traps. So, alright, wild boar ticked off. All we're going to do now is make the traps and we're done. It's a pretty cool shelter. I don't know what all those spikes are for. Maybe there's marauding elephants or something, but yeah, right, I'm not a fan of people having pet monkeys. Now I know this channel is in Vietnam, and I know that in Vietnam it's illegal to have monkeys as pets. It's really hard to get a license to have them. Can't get a license just because you want to have it as a pet. So they're really strict. It's really difficult. So I'm very much, I'd say she doesn't have a license to have that monkey. And yeah, I don't know. I see monkeys as wild animals, and people get them and make them as babies, and yeah. So monkey's hanging out there with a dog, which probably sees it as a mother. Sees the dog as a mother of some kind, something for comfort. Not too sure what she's doing here. Don't know if she's making a trap or. Oof. That made me cringe. And that was a bit dicey there with the hand. Yeah, not real great knife skills. Like, you might say it's great knife skills because she didn't cut herself, but yeah. So it looks like she's making some sort of mat here. Bamboo is such a great material to use. Like, it's sustainable, very fast growing. You can use it to cook in, you can use it to build frameworks for shelters, you can make mats with it, you can make traps with it, you can, yeah, fishing rods, bows, you name it, light fires with it, use a friction fire method on it and do that. The young bamboo will often have water inside of it as they're growing. You can cut that open, it's pure water, you don't have to purify it, you can just drink it straight. So yeah, the great resource to the old bamboo. That looks pretty cool. So far, nothing looks fake in this video. It's refreshing to watch her. You don't understand those spike things, but it's kind of refreshing to watch a video out of Asia which isn't faked. I'm not saying they're all like that. I've seen a couple now that are not faked, but yeah. Would have liked to have seen how she did that shoulder. It's just a sort of like woven sticks together, and then she's just rendered it with clay, or looks like a farming community, like farming in the background there on that far hill. It's been cleared and that. It's pretty dense jungle that she's in there. I don't think you'd have great visibility. You'd only have like 15 meters, 20 meters at most. So I think she would have been able to see that just from her shelter. Oh, freaks me out with these knives. Like you could just spin the shaft around just to wind it on instead of putting your arm around near the blade. But you know, if you're not bleeding, you're not trying hard enough, I guess. Alright, so you're going to go hunt this pig now, is she? Alright, lots of walking. Might have to speed up through this. Well, whether the pig left it or she scraped it with a knife, how do we know? Generally, when I've been in areas where there's been pigs around watercourses and stuff like that, you'll find the mud on the trees from the pigs, or boars especially, will mark the tree. So you can find mud like half a metre up the side of the tree. That gives you an idea of how big the pig is that's coming to that waterhole. And if you see how wet that mud is, you can tell roughly what time he's coming in, and you get an idea of when you should be there. Because they're creatures of habit, they'll come to the same area again and again at the same time, or around about the same time, if they're not disturbed. Monkey's making his own trap. The spring snare. Right, so this must be the trap that we're working on here. I say it's just going to be a simple spring snare. Yeah. So, yep, trap mode. If she had a game trail there and she didn't have that readily available pole that she can use the spring on, I've made the traps where you just cut one and you just carry it with you and you lash it to a nearby tree that mightn't be suitable. So you might have this tree about that round, you obviously can't bend it down. But if you carry a piece of wood or bamboo or something, you can lash that off and use that as your spring pole. Or you can drive it into the ground, depending on what you're after. If you're after a pig, you can't just drive it into the ground unless you then lash it to another tree. So she's making a lot of noise for someone who's stalking a pig. Yeah, good luck with that. A real life situation where you're actually hungry, you want the simplest trap you can make. Less moving parts, and you can set multiples of them. Like you know, she could set 10 traps in an hour, possibly. Whereas if you're building some sort of elaborate cage trap, it might take you days. And you're going to be hungry for days until you make it, and even then it's not guaranteed you're going to catch something with that trap. So yeah, keep it simple, stupid. It's the old saying. Definitely the case when it comes to traps. Keep them as simple as possible and make as many of them as you can. Alright, back at camp. I don't understand, but those big spikes. I know it looks good in a thumbnail and stuff like that, but yeah, not sure what she's making here. Yeah, out of the way, monkey. it's refreshing to see actual bushcraft skills rather than just the straight up fake shelter builds that you see so often on the Asian channels. And there's nothing wrong with that. They have a place. People like the entertainment value of, and that's why they get tens of millions of views on those crazy shelter builds that obviously are fake, using cement and teams of guys and machinery and everything else. But viewers don't seem to care. They just want to watch something for entertainment with a wow factor to it. If I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't be watching them. But this video is, yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, missed him. Not quite quick enough, the old monkey. Alright, so she's catching shrimp. Need a lot of those for a feed. Alright, so she's cooking up her shrimp and a bit of bamboo. Looks like, just steaming them. That's a good thing about bamboo, you can use it so many ways. You can cook in it, you can put rice in it and steam rice inside the bamboo as well. Boil water in it. If that's all she's living off every day, she's gonna get pretty hungry and pretty thin pretty quick. Dog. Not too keen. It's like, yeah. Watch the monkey eat it first. Monkey's like, well, yeah. Suppose I eat insects and stuff. Alright, so that's the end of the video. I was thinking we'd get to see some sort of result from the pig trap, whether the pig came back or not. The one good thing I liked about that video is she was eating little shrimp this big. In so many of these videos, you'll see them, they'll go out and put out some ridiculous line, some primitive line that it's not going to catch anything. Then they come back like 5 minutes later and they've got like a catfish on or some fish this big that's half dead. Drag it out of the water and all surprised they got this big fish. Yeah, I'm surprised too, but at least she was just eating little shrimp. Yeah, it's a bit more realistic. There's so many bushcraft videos done by females that think, and maybe rightly so, the only way to get views is to get their gear off and wear skimpy outfits or whatever it might be. And yeah, in some instances that's the case. So you'll see those videos and you look on the channels and the most viewed videos are those ones with that kind of thumbnail on them. But it's, yeah, I think if you can, I think that's a lazy approach. You could do better as a creator to look at how you can make a thumbnail to get the attention of people going past without having to get your gear off to do it. And I see the women doing this bushcraft because, you know, families take their kids out camping and out in the bush, and, you know, all fathers don't have sons. You know, fathers will have girls, and so they want the girls to be interested in the things they do as well. So there's a lot of girls that are interested in bushcraft, going out camping and hiking and all these things. And some of them may think to start their own YouTube channel, but they might be put off by the fact that when they start looking at other women doing bushcraft videos and building shelters and things, the ones that succeed are the ones that have got all their gear off. And so maybe there's some really talented bushcraft women out there that decide not to do channels just because they can't compete with that. And I don't think it's about competing with those channels. I think it's about being better than those channels by looking to improve at making thumbnails that grab attention without having to get your gear off. The titling of videos and the description of videos, and just making content that people want to watch. I think if you can do really good shelter builds and really good adventures, and yeah, I don't see why you need to get your gear off. I know it gets a lot of views, but I wonder what percentage of the video actually gets viewed and how many guys and even women click on that video and just skip through it to get to those raunchy spots in the video, and then they click off it. That's not what you want when you're making videos. I mean, for me, when I'm making a video, I want people to sit back and watch and enjoy all the video, the content that I've put hard work into filming and editing. I just don't want them to skip through it and watch a couple of little key moments in it. With this video, it was just more about the skills, and I think that was refreshing to see that. And and it was good that this was the most viewed video on her channel, and didn't require her to wear yoga pants, and didn't require her to run around with no bra on and go swimming in the stream. As this video showed, you can get the views and without going down that road of sort of selling yourself. All right, that's my that's my little speech. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.